Moving on, we have Kuroshitsuji Circus Hen, related to the Kuroshitsuji TV series. I love how it's just related to. You can say it's a spin-off. It's a spin-off, so I'm not gonna bother. Honestly, everyone probably knows what Kuroshitsuji is anyways. I'm also probably the only one who likes the second season more than the first season. You know that ending that everyone complains about in the second season and thinks is fucking awful? I actually thought it was great. I thought it was the best part out of both seasons. I'm weird like that. Anyways, I don't know. I might watch this. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a couple episodes long because it's just a spinoff where it's actually going to be like a full, 12 episode length thing. If I have the time, I might watch it. I'm not that into Kuroshitsuji, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have time. Maybe I'll do it. I don't fucking know. It's just one of those things where it's like, well, I've seen the series, so I kind of want to see it, just because I've seen the series, so I may as well watch it, but it's another one of those things where it's like, I wouldn't really mind not watching anymore. So, like I said, if it comes out and I have some time and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just, check it out. But otherwise, I'm probably just going to ignore it. Anyways, moving on, we have Zankyou no Terror. The tagline of the anime is "Pull the trigger on this world." The anime's website gives this story introduction. On a summer day, a massive terrorist bombing suddenly struck Tokyo. The culprits behind the act that woke up this complacent nation from its slumber were just two boys. Now the culprits known as Sphinx begin a grandiose game. Grandois. I've never known. Fun fact. I've never known if it's grandois or grandiose or grandoise or whatever. Like, I've actually never known how to actually pronounce that. It's one of the few words I don't actually know how to pronounce because I've read it a lot, but I've never heard anyone actually say it. Anyways, game that encompasses all of Japan. I think it's interesting that they're talking about this being a terrorist incident, and then the terrorists are like, hey, it's a game, and it's like, not the most exciting terrorist characters then. The thing about terrorists is that they don't think it's fun in games. They're actually doing something very serious because they think they've been very wronged. Terrorists really doesn't mean that much. I mean, they do very high levels of destruction. In that sense, they're terrorists. But they're not like these one-dimensional villains that they're made out to be. They're not random monsters in the street. They're people who have very set beliefs that believe what they're doing is correct. That's the entire idea. That's why defining people as terrorists. The entire point is to define people as terrorists to dehumanize them so that you want to fucking kill them, and the army wants to kill them too. It's a dehumanizing tactic that the army uses. It's pretty fucking standard. And politics too. Hey Riyoga, why don't you just fucking tell everyone about every fucking political, economical, and social issue that you have a comment on? Sure, voice in my head, why don't I just do that instead of talking about each show this season? Anyways. If there's anything you know about this show, it's probably that it's being directed by, what's his name? I always have this thing where, I randomly forget people's names at the most important points. Directed by the same guy who did Cowboy Bebop, and, Yoko Kanno's doing the music again, and I'm trying to buy time to remember the director's name, but I'm never going to, so I may as well just give up. If you know anything about the show, that's probably what you know. That and the fucking promo art has a strikingly eerie resemblance to the Twin Towers incident. Probably not a coincidence. The director's known to target Western audience as itself. Like, Cowboy Bebop fucking exploded here, and then Space Dandy was, it was simulcasted here and on Toonami at the same... in Japan and on Toonami at the same time. So, he knows the Western audience. So, I feel like the Twin Towers imagery is entirely not unintentional. I mean, hey, what do you know? Anyways, moving on. We have Psycho-Pass, which is it's Psycho-Pass. And it's an unedited... read the words. Stop making them up. An edited version of the original 2012 Psycho-Pass TV series. This new version will take the first series and recut it into 11 one-hour episodes with new cuts of footage. So basically, the entire idea is that it's, the original series was 22 episodes long, normal 24 episodes long, or 24 minutes long. So now they're cutting it down to half the episode length, and they're going to be an hour long. I don't necessarily think that's a good idea as far as pacing, because the thing is, the entire thing with Psycho-Pass was that episode 11 was fucking amazing and was a huge turning point, which is, great pacing. It's the literal halfway point. So it's a great point to do something like that. It's, the climax. It's when, like, the fucking buildup has gone through the roof, you know, and then shit just goes crazy from there. Well, shit just gets more fucked up from there on, but that's, you know, whatever. So I don't think pacing-wise it's a great idea, but what I do like is the entire idea behind this is it's clearly what it's going to do is, as it says, it's going to add new cuts of footage, and it'll probably maybe remove a few just to, like, make some more time, too, in order to basically line up better with the second season. Because they had no real idea if they were going to get a second season at the end of the first Psycho-Pass. They did a little teaser at the end where it might be like a thing where they're like, hey, second season, but it would also just be an ending where it's like just vague, maybe. So the new cut's obviously going to be designed entirely to lead into the second season, since that's going to be next season. And I like that, which is why I really hope a group actually does pick this up and do something with it. Because I want to see the new cuts of footage and what they're doing to tie into the second season. And I'm also really excited for a second season. I like Psycho-Pass a lot. Which is why it's a shame I could never get a script that I liked finished from it. Every time I tried, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't make a script that I liked or enjoyed or was proud of, so I just scrapped it. But I like Psycho-Pass a lot. So I'm really excited for the second season, and this edited version, if anyone picks it up and does anything with it, so that I can see it and such. Even if not, then, you know, I'll still go into the second season. It's just, I kind of hope to watch this version too. Anyways, next we have Nobunaga Concerto, which is the story centers around Saburo, a high school boy who time travels to Japan's Sengoku era. He must become Oda Nobunaga, the famed warlord who helps unite Japan. So this is basically Nobunaga the Fool, except not as exciting. Except it's about a normal high school boy being transferred back into time, into whatever, to become Oda Nobunaga. I'm tripping over my own words because my throat's getting tired after all this recording, after all this talking. Because I have to, like, shout into the microphone practically to get the volume correct. Yeah, anyways. And I believe this time Nobunaga is being played by Yuki Kaiji. He played Monkey Boy in Nobunaga the Fool. So, it's his turn to be Nobunaga. By the end of this next decade, literally every voice actor will have played Nobunaga in some shape or form. I don't really care. I don't care much about Japanese. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care much about Japanese history. I think Oda Nobunaga in, like, actual history is a cool dude. Well, not really a cool dude. He kind of did some bad things. He was kind of ruthless, honestly. But it's I don't know. The anime interpretation of him is dumb most of the time. I don't care. I don't know. I just wish Japan would stop making fucking anime out of their history, because it just dilutes it, really. But as far as promo image material, it looks like it could be taking itself decently seriously and not be too anime-fied, if you know what I mean. Maybe not, I don't know. It might actually be taking Nobunaga's history seriously, you know? So that would actually be kind of neat in and of itself, but I'm just burned out on Nobunaga, so I'm just done. Not for me. Moving on, we have Rokujyouma no Shinryakushal, which is the story centers around Kotaro Satomi, a boy who started to live by himself to attend high school. He fortunately discovered a very cheap, tiny six-mat or Rokujyouma. God damn it, all these... That's the theme of this fucking season's chart. Let's just fucking say what all these Japanese words are, because everyone cares. Room for 5,000 yen, about $50 a month, and began his new life there. I wish we could get apartments for $50 a month. That'd be cheap as fuck. Anyways. However, when he moved into that room, some unexpected roommates began appearing one by one. The ghost Sanai Hagashi Gahongong, the magical girl Yurika Nijino, the underground dweller Kiriha Kurano, the space alien Thaimelia Grafortorthe, and Thea's attendant Ruth Kania Ruth Nai Pardamshia. Well, that promo image definitely doesn't make me think it's going to be a harem at all. You know, you can't really beat ghost girls living in an apartment room when we already had Nanana's buried treasure. I probably said one too many nas there, but whatever. That was a good show. I like Nanana's buried treasure. I hope it gets a second season. It kind of teased at the end that it might be getting one, so I really hope it does. Anyways, point is, this is going to be fucking poor man's Nanana. So, Batman. Anyways, so, yeah, it's just promo art needs to believe it's going to be dumb harem crap, so I don't care. Next up, we have Tokyo ESP. I almost just said ESP. Tokyo ESP. The science fantasy story begins with Rinka, an extremely poor high school girl who lives with just her father in modern Tokyo. One day, she is going home from school when she chases a flying penguin to the top of New Tokyo Tower, only to have fish swimming in the air suddenly appear before her. One of the fish goes through Rinka and gives her extraordinary powers beyond those of normal humans, particularly the ability to slip through solid objects. That is a very large cast of characters based on that promo art, and it's honestly probably chopped down too. There's probably even more. I kind of want to watch just because it's interesting and that it's going to be a bunch of characters doing shit, and obviously there's going to be superpowers going on, and maybe they'll do something fun with it. Probably not, but you never know. Maybe they are. I don't fucking know. So I'm gonna watch it and give it a go because I don't fucking know. Maybe some cool shit's gonna happen. Maybe. Like, that's the thing. Like, the story specifies that she lives in modern Tokyo and she just gets some powers, but it doesn't specify there's any plot thing going on. I'm sure they'll probably come up with one, but the fact that there isn't even one in the synopsis is, like, kind of worrying a bit. But who knows? Anyways, I'll give it a shot, see how it turns out. Maybe it'll be dumb, maybe it won't. I'll find out myself. Moving on, we have Yami Shibai, second season, which is a sequel to the Yami Shibai TV series. This is basically Spooks the show. As far as I heard of, it wasn't, like, the scariest shit ever. Like, there was actually one episode people were actually kind of creeped out about, but for the most part, this isn't... The whole point is that it's a bunch of, you know, horror stories, basically. Just short 6-minute horror stories. Based on urban legends, as the synopsis says. And it's not the scariest thing ever, but it's still done well. Like, it's obviously... They're good kind of campfire stories. Like, if these were told at the campfire, maybe they'd have more impact. But they're well told, spooky stories. They're creative, and fun. And so this might actually be something that I come back to at some point and watch, the first season and then this second season, because I've heard pretty good things. Plus it's only 6 minutes long. You know, it's hardly time spender. In fact, I could probably just jump into the second season, not even seeing the first season, because I doubt it's related that much. But hey, you never know. But yeah, I'll probably watch it at some point. I've heard good things about it. It's apparently pretty spooks. Not like I said, not like wet the fucking bed at night scary, but, you know, still. Moving on, we have Seirei Tsukai no Blade Dance. In the elemental fantasy of Seirei Tsukai no Blade Dance, only a pure girl, may enter into a spirit contract. At Orishiya Spirit Academy, the daughters of nobility are assembled to take elite classes and become spirit elementalists. A boy named Kamido happened to be peeping on a student named Claire while she was taking a bath, and he accidentally makes a contract with the spirit instead of Claire. Now Kamido has become something once thought impossible in this world, a male spirit elementalist. You know, I really wish stories with, like, interesting plot ideas, I mean, it's not that interesting, but it could be done in a pretty interesting way. Insist on stupid, perverted, that's not even fucking perverted, just straight up fucking creepy humor. Why? I don't understand. Like, look at that promo art. It could be a pretty cool fucking story about this guy. Cool. Like, the art is good. I like the sword. It looks cool. You know, the art in general for the characters is neat. I like it. You know, it could be fun, but no, it's like, oh, pure girls have to make spirit contracts, and boys peeping on a girl in the shower. Oh. What I think is actually interesting is that they specify that only a pure girl may enter into a spirit contract, but they're obviously going to want the main character's dick. So what happens if they do it and they're no longer pure? Like, did they just lose their spirit powers? I'm willing to bet you fucking money that might actually be a plot point, except not really, because Japan would never fucking dare make a girl in their story not pure, because then otaku would fucking, you know, throw hissy fits and, you know, flame wars and just boycott the show, because God fucking forbid a girl able to enjoy anything sexual without male approval. Thanks, Japan. Moving on, we have a really fucking cute cat picture. Neat. Moving on, we have Francesca. Hokkaido is being targeted by Toshizo Hijikata and the rest of the Shinsengumi who have awakened from their eternal slumber. A little girl named Exorcist. Named Exorcist? It's a pretty blunt name. fights to stop them and protect Hokkaido from a hurricane of ambition. In the midst of this, Francesca, an undead idol, awakens to help protect the area of Japan as well. So now they have zombie idols, because why not mix popular Western video game culture with popular Japan social culture? Why not? Anyways, I don't know. It's like, I was kind of interested in it up until the point where they're like, oh, she's an undead idol, and it's like, why? I don't understand. Why? This will probably be another one of those shows where I don't watch it, but I'll keep an ear out if it's good. And then if it's good, I'll pick it up. That's what I do for a decent amount of shows, honestly. Probably just as many shows I do that for as I do just pick up on my own to check out. But yeah, I'm trying to take it easy this season. I have stuff I need. I have old stuff I need to get to. So if I have a very, like, short list of shows I need to keep up with this season, that'd be great for me. I could finally work on my backlog. Anyways, moving on. We have Monogatari series, second season, Hanamonogatari. It's more fucking Monogatari. What do you want? You're also never getting... What's the one show that everyone wants? Heisei Monogatari or something? I don't fucking know. It's something. It's some season that's been teased for fucking ages, and it's never going to happen. Actually, it will, but it's just going to be like 5 years from now. I don't care about Monogatari still. If you care about Monogatari still, here's more Monogatari. Yay. Moving on, we have Medamayaki no Kimi Itsu no Tsubusu, which may be one of the first titles I've seen that's a question. The story focuses on the dining of cuisine. The protagonist, Jiro Tamiyamaru, that was more hard than it really needed to be. That was more difficult than it really needed to be. It's not hard, it's difficult. Fuck. Anyways, is more obsessed with how to eat than most people, and the manga comically depicts how he agonizes over the differences with how others eat. This seems like it could actually be funny. Again, notice how it doesn't say it's a comedy, it says it comically depicts, which can still be, honestly, just as bad, but it's better than just being like, hey, we're a comedy, you know, like, that's just way too fucking blunt. Anyways, I'd probably be more, like, interested in seeing this from, you know, a comedy angle if I hadn't already seen the first episode of Lucky Star, which was the most fucking horrifying thing I've ever watched. You don't know suffering until you've listened to some fucking elementary school girl tell you for 11 minutes the different ways to eat a scone. That is true fucking suffering. Moving on, we have Minarai Diva. Minarai Diva, Diva in Training, is an anime series animated with the Miku Miku dance software. Oh, so it's gonna look awkward as fuck. And motion capture technology. The lines and songs of the characters are being performed live, along with their movements through motion capture technology. That's actually kind of interesting. Ray Murakawa and Blow play Ruri Ai, while Nozomi Yamamoto play Ui Harune. During the program, the two voice actresses will try to think up lyrics for a new song. As the program is live, they will even accept suggestions for lyrics from Twitter and email submissions. So this is going to be literally live shit going on with, like, they're just going to wing it. I kind of like that. I kind of like that they're doing something, they're trying something new. They're doing anime through Miku Miku Dance, and because they're able to do it with this program that works the way it does, they can do things practically live through Twitter and then also email suggestions. Well, it doesn't necessarily say it'll be live. Well, I mean, it does. It says the program's live, but it says they'll take suggestions from Twitter and email. It doesn't mean that they'll take suggestions for that live showing from Twitter and email. At least the ones that are going on during the performance, so much as, you know, suggestions they got before they started. But I like that they're trying something new, and I actually do kind of want to see this. The problem is I doubt, like, anyone's gonna fucking bother to do anything with it. You know, like, you know, sub it or anything. Maybe some, like, random fucking person on YouTube will do it. I don't know. This seems like the kind of show random fucking people on YouTube would just subtitle and upload. So, hey, yeah, that was the last show. Thank fucking God. We got through all that in, how long has it been? Fuck, recording software. It's been an hour and a half. What the fuck? God damn it. Just for perspective, last season, let me do the math right now. Last season's, season preview was like, 2 hours and 15 minutes long, maybe 2.5 hours long before I cut it down a couple minutes. Even then, the footage that I uploaded was about 2 hours. This is an hour and a half, and I'll cut it down so it'll be, you know, a bit shorter than that, but not by much. So, what can I do? I would go over the Blu-ray, DVD, OVA specials, but there's nothing here that I really care about. Mainly just specials from shows that have already aired, which is like, you know, whatever. There's nothing like original here that people don't already know about. Like if you really like a show and you want to see their OVA stuff, you already know that an OVA is coming out or whatever. Like there's an Inari Konkoi Iroha OVA. That was a great show. There's some episode 0 for Kyoko no Kanata coming out. Maybe I'll actually watch that. I don't fucking know. There's an Origami OVA coming out. That was a good show. There's like 2 Blade and Soul OVAs. Which I actually need to finish. That's another show that I was watching this season that I stopped after like 4 episodes. But I actually kind of, weirdly enough, I was actually kind of enjoying it. Don't start talking about random shit, Riyoga. Don't fucking do it. Oh, there's Nozokimi, which is, Nozokimi is actually a spin-off manga of, Nozoki Anna, which was great. It's basically the exact same fucking premise, except that they're, like, younger this time, and instead of being, like, next to each other in an apartment, they're, like, across each other from an apartment complex. Like, they can see into each other's windows. But they're making an OVA of it, which I might actually check out. And then they also have the Sinbad spin-off from Moggy, which is where he's, like, some random fucking little boy and does shit. Movie-wise, what's exciting that's coming out? There's a second Persona 3 movie. I might actually watch that. I may not care for the game itself, but I actually did enjoy watching when I saw someone play through Persona 3. I enjoyed it plot-wise. So I might actually check it out. It seems pretty cool. I have just to watch the first movie, but the second movie seems like it'd be cool too. And with a movie-sized budget, I feel like it'd be pretty neat. There's the K Missing Kings movie. That was a really interesting show. I'll be interested to see how the movie turns out. There's also a Pokemon movie, but honestly, you get those every fucking season almost. And then there's also the new Ghibli movie, Omoide no Marnie. Something like Marnie's Troubles, or I don't know. Something about Marnie. Anyways, so that was the preview for this season, and I hope you enjoyed me talking about like I pretended to know what I was talking about, and I can't even English anymore. I hope you also enjoyed me randomly rambling about shit that you didn't care about, which you probably didn't care about. So hey, there's that. Yeah, that's it. So I'll get to editing this, and I'll upload it as soon as I can, which is hopefully soon. So unless I play around too much with After Effects, which is honestly not something I would doubt that I would do. Uh-oh. So I'm still gonna get done as fast as I can. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this season of anime. It's lighter than the last couple seasons, which is actually kind of a nice break. So yeah. But the reason it's light is because the fall season is when shit hits the fan and all the good shows come out. Fall's usually the season when most good shows come out. Or I might just be biased because that's when Shanna aired every time. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video, wherever the fuck that is. Actually, I think I may know what it is already, but I'm not telling. They're secrets. I'll stop doing random fucking annoying voices now. Anyways, bye!